So I'm at this wedding right now, and what I've learned so far, so the reception hasn't even gone yet, or the actual ceremony. It's bridesmaids and groomsmen pictures, stuff like that. But what I'm doing is I'm walking around the compound, I'm calling it, and they have an awesome scenery of a pond and fountains and grass, trees, all that, you know? And what I've learned is that one of the best ways to reflect on your past and also understand where you want to go in the future and really be present is in nature. So nature teaches me a lesson and it helps me reflect and helps me really understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, deep meaning of life, what things don't really matter. And I'm going more in depth and I'll explain right now. So there was a tree that I saw out there, growing from the ground, obviously, growing up, but the leaves and the branches were going like a mushroom and then coming down and touching earth. And to me, that signifies no matter how high you get in life, financially, physically, how many girls you have, whatever, you always come back down to the foundation of why we're here. And for me, it's weightlifting, having good people around you that you actually like and can relate to and have good conversation. Those two things are the foundation. Everything else is just a bonus. I don't care if I'm a billionaire if I have no friends and I'm a fat piece of shit, basically. So you need to stick to the foundation. But this video is about getting out in nature and understanding that it's where we came from. So you can almost look at it a little bit in a spiritual way where we're coming back to where we're from and we're almost speaking to the trees and grass and letting it know that we're home. Now that might sound kind of crazy, but when I think like that, when I'm there, it feels right, if I'm going to use that terminology. It feels natural. And it's even better if you're barefoot on the grass. When I'm out in the nature, around the trees, the water is something else that's pretty interesting. You know, it always moves, constant motion, has a calming effect. This is why I eventually want to live like right on the water. I think it would benefit me mentally a lot. I mean, you'll never know until you get there, but it's something you should try at least, or what I would want to try, or at least have sight on the water from my house or apartment, wherever I'm at. Right now I don't. I gotta drive there, which is still pretty good. I'm on the coast pretty much. I'm not in the middle of the state, which for me would just be terrible. I gotta be near water, a beach, something. I don't want to be there all the time, but I just want to have the ability to go there when I want that dose of water, natural stuff, you know, water, trees, grass. I think that's key. Water, trees, grass. Those three things, some dirt. You don't have to get too crazy with this, but just go out there, touch some grass, as they say, and reflect. If you're not doing the reflecting part, you're missing a big part. You need to reflect on what you've done so far in your life. Where has it gotten you? And let's say you did something financially. Let's just use that for example, because I think everybody can relate to that. And you're in a good place now, financially, but mentally you're off. Well, you're missing the key thing. It's not just about this tangible stuff, the intangible, the mindset, perspective on life. Has your perspective on life gotten better, more optimistic about things, less pessimistic moments? You're going to have the highs and lows. This is something else that the tree taught me, is that the tree started at the bottom, went up all this height, and it's back down. Fountains that were out there. The fountain was shooting up, crazy pressure, and it just couldn't get above this level here. And then it just came right back down. And there were other fountains that didn't go as high. They didn't make as much money, but they all came back down. You know? So, just an interesting thought, but reflect by going in nature. And I don't know if you have to go by yourself, but for me, when I'm by myself, I truly can reflect on what I've done in my life and the future that I want. And I can really be present as well. I'm really just taking in deep breaths, really feeling my lungs expand and deflate. And I'm not thinking about the next moment. I'm really just focusing on that water going up and down. As simple as that. So try it out and see what's up.